Hello gang and welcome, this is Deltia from DeltiasGaming.com, here to do a quick review on my console impression releases. Yes, I've been streaming consoles this morning and a little bit last night. Apparently I got in at 9 p.m. randomly in Central Time here and started playing the consoles. Had a little trouble with my capture card, but overall I had a better experience this morning and got the controls down. If you watched day one, I was absolutely terrible, dying every 2 seconds, because I am definitely not a console player at first. So with that being said, this is just a review 2 days into the consoles. I did play the beta, but it's going to give you a perspective on what I think of it, and I'm going to show you a bunch of different clips here as you're watching on what I've kind of experienced over the last couple days. So let's talk about the good, bad, and what I overall feel about it. First off, the controls. Day one, I really wasn't familiar with consoles. I had no idea what I'm doing. I'm dead every 5 seconds. It's like, oh my god, super frustrating. Probably like some people that played this on the PC the very first time. You know, about 3 hours into it or so, I started getting the hang of it, and then things became natural, and I could still feel combat the way I liked it on PC. Now, it's not as exactly the same way, because I don't know how to remap the keys properly. So I have to, move my hand off of the directional pad when I'm moving in order to bar swap. So some of those little things didn't quite add up, but overall the console controls feel really responsive. It feels intuitive. It's pretty easy to use, and the good thing for you min-max performers out there is you can do animation canceling. So you're still going to have that high level performance end game. So don't worry about that. I like the interface. Console interface looks really clean. I think some of the elements need to be implemented in the PC version, especially the dungeons. Dungeon Group Finder and grouping seems to be much easier and faster, more fun, I guess, and just faster pace. So I wish some of those UI elements would be able to be implemented on the PC version. And overall, it feels like this game is really fitting well into consoles. So, with that being said, the controls, the interface, the grouping, I was really impressed with. So grouping wasn't that hard. I didn't have a group leader bug every 3 seconds like I still do on PC. But you don't have add-ons. Now, some of those people don't like add-ons, don't want them. So there's two sides of this coin here. I actually thought it was a little bit refreshing not using add-ons. Now, I couldn't keep track of all my buffs and my debuffs, but really I wasn't doing anything spectacular where I really needed that. And the game felt more, this is going to sound weird, but natural, I guess, more gamey, when there's not 15 million things flying on the screen. So it was a lot more immersive, it was a lot more fun, but I think later on I would be annoyed with that, not knowing all the little details that I like to know. So that was interesting. The number one worst part about the console so far is the voice chat. Basically the voice chat is, I don't know, it's proximity chat, right? And so 1 minute into my streaming, when ZeniMax is officially hosting me, someone starts chatting and says the N-word every 3 seconds. And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know how to turn it off. So I got it turned off, great. I load up into a new character, what happens? Same thing happens. So there needs to be a way to set that always to off, in my opinion, because I do not want that. I really wish there was a text-based chat. I don't know why there's not. It's really hard to communicate with people unless you're chatting like that. And, people are people, right? So whether you're a console player, you're a PC player, there's just going to be people that disrespect other people. And I don't want to listen to it. So that was my big disappointment. Starter zone lag, it was a little bit laggy. And then some people couldn't get into the server and stuff like that. I didn't experience any of those problems, really. It was really simple to get in. Pressed a couple buttons. I was on 3 hours early, just dinking around, having a good old time. But, every console is going to have some server downtimes. And to be completely fair with you, I think this has gone pretty well. Now, that's been my experience. Someone else might have a totally different experience and be pissed off. But I could play on the PC whenever I want. So it wasn't that impactful if the server was down for a couple hours. So, last point. I transferred my characters over, right? So I have veteran rank 14, I got all the best gear in the game, this, that, and the other. For me, I was bored. The game felt completely lonely at VR 14. So for those people like me that transferred, I felt like I was doing solo stuff mainly, with a couple other friends doing PvP, but we couldn't really accomplish the same things that I did on PC day one, just because there wasn't a whole lot of other people that did. So I think what I should have done and what I may do is level another character. It sounds crazy, but without that, like, people around you feel, it just feels like lonely. It's like, well, why would I just go play Skyrim? To me, I really need that other people around me, since, you know, especially my guildies, my friends, it's a social environment. And then with the chat being all kind of crazy, it's not like TeamSpeak where you control people coming in and out, their volumes, this and that. So I just felt a little different. But overall, it'll get sorted out. I think this game is going to be a juggernaut. A absolute juggernaut on consoles. I am super excited for these ZOS folks who work so hard. I mean, these people work ridiculously hard to polish this game. And I wish we would have got this on PC when it came out. Something this polished, this beautiful, this functional without the bugs. I don't have hardly any bugs. I didn't crash once. The only time I crashed was from my stupid internet going out. No other crashes, no other bugs. That's crazy. Never experienced that in a console launch. And it feels like this game fits really well on a console. It feels fun, intuitive. It just feels like an Elder Scrolls game with friends. The way it's supposed to feel. No, it's not perfect, but I think once this game kind of feels itself out for a while, couple months, get some more new content in, I think the consoles in this game are going to fit very well. So moving forward, what I plan on doing is I'm still PC number one. I love my PC, I love the culture, I love the hardware, I like the control, the graphics. It's just meant for me. I'm still going to play with PS4 folks, Nugget Nation, and we started Nugget Station, get it? Nugget Station, okay, on PS4. What I really want to focus on in the future is improving other people's builds, my own build, making a little more ultra builds. I know you guys like, you know, PvP montages and kicking butt and stuff like that. So maybe a little more showing you ultra powerful builds, not just something that, you know, I generally try to do stuff that a lot of people can do, have access to, and can have fun with. But maybe there's times where I can make a super ultra powerful, very hard to play build and show you just how badass it can be. Starting off with a Templar. So I'm still working on the Sork, Nightblade. Once those hit VR 14, I will come out with a power leveling series, teaching you exactly how it is to get from level 1 to veteran rank 14 in 80 hours. With all the grind spots, all the locations. So really, I'm still working on 2 characters. Once that's done, we're going to start seeing some new content in Elder Scrolls Online. So give me a few more weeks to get everything done around here. I have 300 videos just sitting on the back burner waiting for you guys to watch. Until then, enjoy this game. Can't believe it's out. It's finally here. We're finally experiencing Tamriel with friends. And thank you everyone for watching, donating, subscribing, following me, and just being a fan of this game and the community.